Imagine navigating a ship the size of a skyscraper through dark, hostile waters, knowing you are responsible for 30% of the world's seaborne oil. This map highlights the Strait of Hormuz. Through this narrow corridor flows 30% of global seaborne crude oil, along with 20% of all liquefied natural gas. Cutting off this choke point would instantly strip Asian refineries of their primary oil supply, while Europe would lose nearly half of its aviation fuel. In early 2026, a coordinated multi-front military campaign attempted to do exactly that. Yet the anticipated collapse of the global market never happened. The survival of the global energy market resulted from a shift in Middle Eastern defense strategy that most of the world failed to notice. For decades, Tehran's military doctrine was built on daily denial. Instead of investing in expensive conventional forces, they focused on cheap, disposable mass to overwhelm their adversaries. They produced thousands of suicide drones, stockpiled naval mines, and deployed fleets of high-speed attack boats to swarm larger targets. This created a severe cost imbalance. Wealthy Gulf nations found themselves firing million-dollar interceptor missiles to destroy drones that cost only a few $1,000s to build. By exploiting this logic, Iran aimed to wage a slow war of attrition, draining Gulf arsenals and freezing capital flows until the international community conceded to its terms. That logic failed. The Gulf Coalition abandoned its reliance on isolated conventional systems and implemented a highly integrated multi-domain defense architecture. To understand why Iran failed, we need to break down this new defense structure layer by layer, starting with the infrastructure beneath the desert. The coalition's first countermeasure had nothing to do with intercepting weapons. It was a logistical maneuver that completely reshaped the battlefield. Saudi Arabia activated this 1,200-kilometer east-west pipeline, pushing it to its absolute maximum capacity of 7 million barrels per day. This visualization shows the route. Crude oil completely bypasses the contested waters of the Persian Gulf, traveling safely across the desert to the port of Yanbu on the Red Sea. Redirecting these 7 million barrels actively relieves pressure on the Strait of Hormuz, ensuring a continuous supply to international markets. By simply removing the physical need to navigate the choke point, Saudi Arabia transformed a geographic vulnerability into a resilient logistical shield. With land-based logistics secured, the coalition had to defend the skies against massive waves of Iranian drones and ballistic missiles targeting the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. In March 2026, the United Arab Emirates intercepted 94%. High, medium, and low-altitude threats are assigned to specific, dedicated systems, preventing any single battery from being overwhelmed by a swarm. The United Arab Emirates deployed the South Korean-developed MSAM specifically to intercept mid-altitude targets. Its mobility allows batteries to reposition along shifting drone flight paths, addressing threats that traditional static defenses might miss. These local interceptors operate within a shared digital network connected to American intelligence centers, including the headquarters of the United States Fifth Fleet in Manama. Gulf states no longer rely on isolated security umbrellas. They operate a fully interconnected regional air defense network. This defensive network transitions into active deterrence, with Saudi Arabia's acquisition of 48 F-35 Lightning II stealth fighters. The F-35 functions as an advanced airborne data fusion hub. It integrates multiple sensor feeds into a single combat picture shared across the entire coalition. Consider this tactical advantage. The F-35's advanced radar detects low-flying drone swarms deep within Iranian airspace before ground-based radar systems can even register them. It instantly relays those coordinates to fourth-generation fighter jets and ground-based batteries, assigning the optimal interception solution for each target. When necessary, its low radar signature allows it to bypass Iranian air defenses entirely and strike missile production facilities at their source. This platform eliminates the advantage of geographic proximity, transforming a purely defensive posture into one of proactive information dominance. The final contested domain was the surface waters of the strait itself, where a surprising technological ally entered the equation. In March 2026, President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Saudi Arabia, offering to export Ukraine's combat-proven maritime drone doctrine to the Gulf. They introduced the Magura V5 and Sea Baby surface drones, unmanned vessels capable of traveling at 50 knots while carrying up to 400 kilograms of explosives. This framework illustrates the tactical shift. Arab fleets can now deploy these fast, low-cost assets to hunt and destroy Iranian attack boats remotely before they even position themselves. They also integrated long-range underwater drones capable of sweeping and neutralizing Iranian mine-laying operations near Karg Island. Ukraine provided a precise blueprint for using agile, cost-effective systems to dismantle a low-cost maritime blockade. When you zoom out, you see all these layers operating simultaneously. Millions of barrels of oil flow safely over land. Drones and missiles shatter against a coordinated air defense network, and unmanned naval assets secure shipping lanes. This results in Tehran's strategic exhaustion. With its conventional air force crippled by sanctions, its remaining key assets, drones and missiles, now face a wall they cannot penetrate. By forcing Iran to confront multiple heavily defended fronts at once, the coalition rapidly drains its resources and limits its ability to sustain a prolonged conflict. The architecture achieved its exact objective, neutralizing a regional threat without requiring a massive United States ground invasion. Relentless system integration across all domains kept the Strait of Hormuz open throughout the 2026 crisis. Security in the Middle East has moved beyond the era of isolated hardware purchases. Defense in the 21st century is a hybrid mesh of local infrastructure, real-time data processing, and rapid technology transfers spanning from Seoul to Kyiv and Washington. With this architecture in place, the strategic advantage once gained through asymmetric maritime disruption in the Gulf has been neutralized.
Nelle sole sul gossip che muove sia.